division, as some suspect he will do, the winner here would be in line for a shot at Marvin Johnson in a box off.
Willie Edwards is doing one thing here right now. He's probing with the left jab at the body. He's trying to get Lalonde to bring his hand down to that body shot, and then he's going to cross over with the right hand. And he just tried it and just missed there. He's attempting to cross over with that right hand now. And there's Lalonde leading with that uppercut again, and Edwards should have really countered with that left hook because Lalonde was wide open for it.
Action here in the 7th round. Donny Lalonde of Winnipeg attempting to bring the North American title to Canada. Wants to be a Canadian champion. Wants to be is the Canadian champion, I should say, but wants to be the North American champion based out of Canada. That's very important to him. And the crowd urging him on here. In round 7, now Edwards back quickly. Edwards, like a snake, Peter, he explodes from that crouch with the punches. They come very quickly.
He has to, Doug, he has to get it underneath those punches on the inside and work from there. Lalonde is starting to box very smartly here, and this is what he has to do to win. This is what I wanted to see him do, and he's starting to do it.
Well, title fights are supposed to be good fights, exciting fights. This one certainly has been through the first 7 rounds. They call him the Sandman, Willie Edwards, the champion, the light heavyweight champion of North America, rising out of his corner, preparing to come out and do battle with the Golden Boy, Donny Lalonde, here in round 8. This is for the North American Light Heavyweight Championship. It's been a good fight so far. Edwards dominating, particularly in the early rounds, I thought, but Lalonde showing signs of beginning to come on in the middle rounds, rounds 4, 5, and 6, beginning to box better. Both boxers have suffered some damage. Both have suffered cuts in the vicinity of their respective left eyes, but neither has been bothered.
Donny Lalonde is starting to build up confidence here. He really is. The last 2 rounds he's came on dramatically, and I gave him those last 2 rounds. He's starting to move, box, and that hand speed is starting to come through for him. It's not diminishing. He's kept that hand speed up throughout the fight, and that is a plus for him.
And now the chant begins again at the Winnipeg Arena of Donny. Donny. He's very much the hometown favorite here.
There's Edwards working on the inside, and that really is his forte. He should be on the inside like that. He should crowd Lalonde, not give him that room. Crawl right up on his chest. If he's to win this fight, he has to stay in right where he is now. Push off Lalonde, and then right on top of his case again. But Lalonde is moving now, and that's what he has to do. Box and box and box and keep that left hand out.
Well, it's interesting, Peter, you mentioned earlier that if this fight was to go to the later rounds, you would have to give the advantage to Edwards simply because of the fact that he's been there before, the experience. But by the same token, Donny Lalonde told me a couple of days ago that he is in the best shape of his career, and he certainly seems fit at this stage of it. Don't you agree?
It's almost as if he's getting his second win. But don't forget, there's a confidence factor. The last 2 rounds have been his, and his cornermen are obviously going to tell him that they were. It's got to pick up his confidence. But Willie Edwards just came back with a devastating combination on the inside, and that has to shake him up a little bit.
Well, a little bit of a shuffle there by Donny Lalonde as he backpedaled that time. He has been known to indulge in what some call outrageous antics in the ring. The shuffle, waving the hand in a windmill motion, jumping onto the ropes after beating an opponent. That's the sort of thing that Edwards referred to as clowning. Said it's not for him. He tends to be a very orthodox type of fighter. Workmanlike, goes in there to do a job.
Well, Donny Lalonde is making a lot of people believers right now because I think with Willie Edwards' experience and Donny Lalonde's experience, Edwards has got so much more, but Lalonde is holding his own very, very well. Oh, he just got hit with a tremendous left hook. He is hurt. He's rising at the count of 5. He is shook very, very badly. He's going to beat the count.
Obvious difficulty there, Peter, after that booming punch. Caught him on the side. Edwards in now looking for the kill. Lalonde down again. And again, Edwards waves away to the corner as the count is administered to Lalonde. His knees are wobbly. He is right above our ringside position, telling the referee he is okay, and now making his way back to the corner.
Edwards is stalking Lalonde here. He's looking to get inside, and he's trying to land that big left hook. There it is. He really reached out with that left hook and landed with full force on Lalonde's jaw. Lalonde tried to grab Willie Edwards going down to hold himself up, but he could not. The corner working feverishly over Lalonde right now. He was shook seriously. Can he return? Can he bounce back? He looks like he's fairly well recovered right now.
Once again at the Winnipeg Arena, Donny Lalonde, the Golden Boy from Winnipeg, in against the reigning North American light heavyweight champion Willie Edwards, and Edwards out immediately. And Lalonde, who was down twice in round 8, he's on the canvas again and now being given the count by the referee. So Lalonde, despite that 1 minute rest, obviously not fully recovered. Edwards to the attack now.
That straight right hand by Willie Edwards. To the body, the combination is paying off for him right now. The punch that hurt Lalonde early in the round was not that forceful. It caught him moving backwards. But Willie Edwards smells the win now. He smells that he can take Lalonde out now.
Edwards now swinging, throwing the big looping blows with both hands, and Lalonde is hurt again, and that's it. It's all over. The referee deciding that he had seen enough, that the Golden Boy, Donny Lalonde, had suffered enough punishment. And so it comes to an end in round 9. Willie Edwards, the Sandman, so-called because of his ability to put his opponents to sleep, retains his North American light heavyweight title.
You dropped your hands, you're taking a straight shot.
Donny Lalonde now complaining to the referee, Steve Crossan, that he should not have stopped the fight. And in a way, I have to agree with him at that particular stage, because Crossan really called it rather quickly. But Lalonde was in trouble.
Hey, this guy is going to get...
Now, Willie Edwards pursuing Lalonde around the ring. That right hand bounced off the back of the head, and in effect really didn't catch him flush on the jaw. At that stage, Lalonde was not in serious condition, but later on in the round, he did become in serious condition. There's Edwards working on the inside. He smells the wind. A good right cross there with a left hook, and Lalonde is hurt. The knees are starting to buckle. Now, Edwards working very, very feverishly on the inside with every punch he can. A right uppercut was the only punch that really landed there. Steve Crossan, the referee, believed that that was enough. Lalonde would have none of it, but the fight is over.
Our winner by a technical knockout, stopped by the referee at 47 seconds into round 9. Our winner and still NABF light heavyweight champion, Willie Edwards.
Here.
So there you have the official decision. Willie Edwards, the Sandman, a very good champion, an honest champion, a workmanlike champion, retaining the crown. And for Edwards, hopefully, so he says, it's now on to bigger and better things in the way of a shot at world champion Michael Spinks. We'll return to the Winnipeg Arena in a moment, but first back to Sports Weekend Control and Don Martin. What was a real war in the light heavyweight division? Donny Lalonde, of course, from Winnipeg, and Willie Edwards, who came in as the reigning North American champion and still is. Willie, at what point during the fight did you see the opportunity to go after Lalonde, to do some damage?
During the early rounds, I imagine Donny was pacing himself very well. And I thought, well, I paced myself with him. A lot of times he would break on me, and with his style, he would connect sometimes, but I started keeping my hands up. But I noticed right after he dropped me, he started getting a little careless. I guess he figured he was going to knock me on off. Okay, he was pulling back which is his style as a boxer. He pulls back. He was just pulling back with no hand up, with not his left hand up. I mean his right hand, and I can get the left hook over from there.
Is Spinks next for you?
I certainly hope so. I want to fight Michael Spinks. There's no other fight I want to fight right now but Michael Spinks.
Good fight tonight. Thanks, champ.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Donny Lalonde, I know in some respects a disappointing evening for you, but an awful lot of people here who thought you fought a tremendous fight. I did too. You certainly proved that you belong at that level of competition. What are your thoughts now that it's over?
Well, you know, it's really too bad. I let the Canadian people down, and all the rest adjust to that. But at the same time, you know, it's a learning process. To me, it's been a long time since I've been in the ring. First of all, against a top caliber guy with the class of Willie Edwards. It's been a long time since I've really been tested. And hey, it's a learning process you have to go through. You know, it's really too bad this had to happen. I apologize to the Canadian people, but I'll be back, and I'm really sorry that this had to happen.
That's the important thing, though. Fighting a man of his caliber, you proved that you belong, so you will be back.
I appreciate that, yeah. It's the only problem is, you know, I really am sorry that I let the Canadian people down. I let myself down, let the people around me down. But it's a long process. It's a learning process, and I'll be back. I didn't have the great amateur career. I didn't have the lengthy amateur career of a lot of Canadian fighters. But I'll definitely be back. This is not the end of anything. It's just the beginning.
Don, thanks very much.
You're welcome.